Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting MacWhisperer live broadcast. I'm Frank, I'm your host for today, and as always we're thrilled to have you with us. So here's what we have for you today. Have you ever wondered what tools Dylan actually uses behind the scenes to stay productive, creative, and organized? Well, wonder no more, because today's session is all about top tools. Not all his tools, but we're touching upon some of his favorites today. This is a spontaneous one. This is no script. This is a behind-the-scenes look at Dylan's favorite tech tools, from content creation to workflow mastery. If you're ever asked, what apps does the MacWhisperer really use? This is your chance to find out. Today we're diving into SetApp. That's an all-you-can-use app buffet, if you will. Descript. It's a powerful, intuitive video and audio editing application. WisperFlow, the go-to tool that keeps his workflows flowing. CleanShot X, it's the best way to capture your screen, period. Stick around for Dylan's MacWhisperer power tip. We got a smart guide for you today. We got some other surprises. And you guys, you live loungers, you know the drill. Tell us where you're from. Ask us, what task you felt should be smoother or faster. And Dylan might just have an answer for you today. It's your chance to ask questions, so please ask your questions. And what do I have for you today? Welcome the maestro of Mac mastery and your guide to smarter tech, Dylan Stewart, the MacWhisperer.
Those intros are getting just better and better and better, Frank. I love them. I want like a whole Excel spreadsheet of all your intros now. So I'm like, I think when I walk into parties, I should have somebody do that at the front door. And now, walking into your random party is Dylan, the MacWhisperer, the one who... Yes, I think that wouldn't be pretentious at all, right?
No. No.
Shirts are pretentious enough. I think that the shirts and the glasses...
MacWhisperer.
Rim shot. Welcome, everybody. We're going to be a little bit different than normal today. My goal for what we're doing today is we're just going to hang out. It's Sunday. I've got some cool things to talk to you about. We've got Frank here. I've already seen him smile twice, so we may break all Frank's smile records today. It might happen. What we're going to be talking about today are some really important tools that I use to make everything I do easier and better. If you're new, if you're just joining me, we actually had somebody join the membership as we were getting started. Mojo Chopper, welcome to the Mac Maximum. He gets access to all of our smart guides. There'll be a link on the YouTube page that'll let you into that website. Welcome, excited to have you here. For everybody else, I just want you to notice one tiny thing. People who are YouTube members will notice that there is a little apple to the right of their name in the chat. We just graduated from the green apple to the golden apple. That just shows these members have been here for a couple of months now, and their apple is maturing. It's now golden. It's awesome. I love that. Eventually it'll become a rainbow apple like the old school Apple logo, but you got to hang around for a while for that to happen. But I'm excited to see the gold apple. I was waiting for that to happen. We've still got some people with the green apple. Just be patient. Your apple will ripen. What are we talking about today? We're talking about some of my favorite tools, and my whole goal with what I do, and if you're new to watching us, just understand I'm here to make the things that you're already doing take less time. I'm not here to give you new things to do. You're already doing these things. You're just doing them in a roundabout way without realizing it, because nobody ever stopped and said, hey, you don't need the 199 steps that you're doing. You just need that one step. And that's part of what we talk about in the MacWhisperer. I've got one of my phrases is start with the end in mind and make your last step your first step. So we'll talk about that. I had a one-on-one session with somebody who's in the chat right now, Marion. I had a one-on-one session with her yesterday. We walked into 3 things she was doing. I chopped those 3 things down. Each of them were taking her 20 minutes a piece. Now we're down to maybe 20 seconds a piece. Imagine if you were doing something every day, 3 different things that took 20 minutes every day, and you suddenly went from 60 minutes to 60 seconds. Yes, she's saving 59 minutes every day by spending 1 hour with me. That's the value of what we do here. So before we get ourselves really into everything, because there's some really fun things we're going to talk about today, I want to start off by letting you know what's next for the Mac Whisperer. Next weekend, we are going to be hosting a 3-day workshop. This workshop is specifically intended to teach you how to get as close to inbox zero with your email as possible. If you've got a ton of things in your inbox, if you've lost track of how many unread messages you've got, if the only way you can find something is by searching and complaining about how frustrating search is, we want to solve that. I've got some great tools for you across each of the 3 days. I'm going to drop wisdom that builds on the prior tools. I'm going to teach you how to use all the best tools of MacMail. I'm going to teach you how to get out of this stupid email cycle where you are afraid to open your inbox and frustrated every time you have to. Let's take our inboxes back. Hit that QR code. Frank's going to drop the link into the chat. If you cannot make it during these 3 days, register anyways, because you will get the replay. You will get all of the smart guides, all of the information that we're going to give. But if you can be there and be there live, I got some really cool gifts. It includes free time with me, and ask Marion how valuable that free time is. She's already saved tons of time every day by spending an hour with me. There will be free time with me and some really cool tech gifts that you can re-gift to the father in your life if you yourself don't want them. We picked specific gifts that are perfect Father's Day gifts for that techie or not so techie dad in your life. But hit that link, go ahead and get yourselves registered. We're really excited. Frank, anything you want to say about our workshop?
Only that the team is very excited about the giveaways. They were showing us over the past week all the different ones that they wanted us to take a look at, and we're like, yes, yes, no, 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 yes. So yeah, we're really stepping up the game, and the team's really been performing. So I'm getting really excited for next week. I can't believe it's next weekend already.
Yeah, it happened so quick. We were planning this months ago, but
yeah.
It's here. Father's Day, and this is your official reminder. If you did not know, Father's Day is a week from today. So you have exactly 1 week to figure out what you're going to give to your dad, or if you're a dad, what you're going to ask for someone to give to you, right? Because if you don't ask, you don't get, you end up with ties. I don't want ties. Don't give me ties. Give me shirts. Don't give me ties. Shirts and socks.
When's the last time you wore a tie?
I had a funeral recently and I had to put on a tie. I own ties. The ties are as colorful as my shirts. And you should have seen me when I went to go get dressed for this funeral. I had to call the wife of the deceased and say, "Are you going to make me wear a white shirt?" She's like, "No, Dylan, I know you. Nobody wants you in a white shirt, but do wear a tie." So you can imagine this shirt with a tie, right? Like I'm sure it looked great.
Let's wear a shirt and a tie on Sunday for the workshop. Father's Day.
All right, I'll do it. I'll bring a little cat in the hat tie or something fun for y'all. Fantastic. That's enough chit chat. Let's get ourselves into what we're really going to be talking about today. Frank, go ahead and share the screen and I'll give us a little bit of a setup into here. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I do so much on my computer on such a day-to-day basis that I'm always hoping there's just something that'll save me a couple seconds here and there. And through the course of today, I'm going to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, I'm going to talk about 5 tools here. And I want to start off by just showcasing one of them. And I'm going to showcase it because you're going to see it come up randomly while we're doing other things. So I figure it makes sense for us to talk about it. It's this program here. Do I have the window for it? Where's my window for it? Oh, I hid it. I hid the window. There it is. Put that where it belongs. So this program is called WisperFlow. And WisperFlow, if you've watched, that went the wrong way. Frank, did the wrong thing. Hit the wrong button. Oh, it's still doing it. That's annoying. That's annoying. I'll do it manually. Oh, I see. It's just this app. Okay, so this program is called WisperFlow, and WisperFlow is a dictation tool. If you watched my video on YouTube from a couple of weeks ago about dictation, you may have heard about this app. Now, there's a number of different ways that people do dictation, and a lot of them are kind of their dictation tools. I'm going to just show you the average person. Well, this is just a basic note. They'll come in and they'll double tap their dictation button, or however they've got it set up, and they'll start talking, and it will write as they talk, and hopefully it's accurate. If they don't remember to put periods or commas in, it can automatically do it, but it doesn't do a great job of it. It's okay. It's pretty good. It's come along a long way. But to me, that's just nowhere near as fast of a dictation tool as I need. So instead of using the built-in dictation, I'm going to use this program WisperFlow. To activate WisperFlow, I'm going to press on the function button in the lower left corner of my keyboard. You won't see me do it, just trust that I'm doing it. There's two different ways to do it. I can press and hold like this. Notice this little button down at the bottom that shows that it's recording. And while I'm holding it down, it's listening to what I say. And when I release it, it's going to process it and put whatever I said down. But now I'm going to do it a different way. This time I'm going to double click it so it just stays on. You'll see down at the bottom, it's got a completely different little icon going on there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to talk for a moment. We're going to talk about why dictation is such a helpful tool for me, because I talk a lot faster than I write, and I can think well in front of my own thoughts, which allows me to create this whole long conversation and story and dialogue and all of the pieces that I want to talk about, including all of the tips that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about WisperFlow. We're going to talk about Descript. We're going to talk about CleanShot X and Paste and SetApp and all sorts of amazing tools. And welcome. I'm so glad to have you guys here. Now I'm going to press the button to let it process it. And it's going to take everything I said, clean it up. Did not drop it? Okay, fine. It's going to make me do it manually. There you go. Normally it would have popped in on its own, but because we're recording it, threw it off. And you'll see that it's pretty much gotten everything that I said. It's corrected stuff, it's added punctuation, and it's simplified things. I'm a really fast typer. My father was a screenwriter. I'm a really fast typer. I'm a way faster talker. Like 5, 6, maybe 10 times faster. Frank's tried to keep up with me when I talk. There's no way. That's why we record stuff, because you got to pick it up later. If you have a lot of stuff that you need to type and or like dictation, consider stepping it up and getting a subscription to WisperFlow. It's $144 per year, which to me is the price of doing business sometimes. I do so much dictation that there is no doubt WisperFlow has saved me hours and hours and hours per week. There's no doubt. There's no question about it whatsoever. I use it all the time. If you've ever put a comment on a YouTube video and I've responded to it, I probably responded with WisperFlow, which as of this last week also has an app for the phone, and it shares the same subscription. So that's WisperFlow. Now, I brought up WisperFlow first because as we do other things, you're going to see me dictate quickly and you're going to go, how the hell did he do that? And it's going to bring us into the second piece. Frank's like, we had no conversation about how this flow was going to go. And I actually wrote down some notes using WisperFlow, and I'm already off track. I'm already not using my notes. I think Frank's like, how's he know where he's going? I know exactly where I'm going. Here's the next piece. We all have used copy and paste some point on our computers and phones. The ability to take a piece of text and select it and cut it from where it is and move it somewhere else and paste it is really helpful. It's one of the original technology tools that's been around since the late 80s, I believe, or early 90s at the worst, but I believe at the late 80s. And it's such a powerful tool, but the big problem with copy and paste is that it employs what's called the clipboard. And the way the clipboard works is when you highlight something and copy or cut it, in this case, I'm going to copy it, Command C, it takes that thing that you copied and it puts it on this invisible thing behind your computer that you can never see called the clipboard. And then what you can do is you can come in anywhere on your computer and you can paste what's on the clipboard down. So I'm going to paste, Command V. And I can paste again, and you'll see each time I paste, it's pasting the same thing. And this is because the Mac clipboard has a flaw. It can only hold one piece of information at a time, which means if I copy something else, suddenly that something else is what gets pasted down and I lose the first thing. But in a lot of cases, I need to copy and paste and copy and paste and copy and paste a lot. In fact, sometimes I've copied something that I need to paste regularly, like on a regular basis. Here's why I'm talking about this tool. This tool is called Paste, Paste with a capital P. We'll talk more about it in just a second. But for anybody who would like to subscribe to WisperFlow, is curious about it and wants the link for it, I'm going to have to find that link. Now, I want you all to think about if you were asked to find a single link on your computer, what would you do? Do you have a note that all the links are on? Do you have to go to the website and search it up and find it again? Did you leave it in an email like 14 years ago and you just keep going back and copying from the email? Well, I don't do that. The first time I got this affiliate link from WisperFlow, I copied it and I put it into the program Paste, and it's been there ever since. And now I'm going to show you how the program Paste works. So the first thing to understand is that you can have the app. The app exists. If I come into my applications folder, we'll see the app right somewhere alphabetically, right. Oh, it doesn't even show it there. Oh, that's because it's in the SetApp folder. Sorry. It's in this folder here. So here is Paste right here. I can have that app. I can put it on my dock. I can click on it manually. Great. This tool is better if you know the keyboard shortcut. So here's the way we're going to learn the keyboard shortcut for this tool. It's the exact same way I did it with Marion the other day. We know that to copy is Command plus C and to paste is Command plus V. We know that. We can even go one step further and say that to cut is Command plus X. Well, I want you to remember that paste with a lowercase p, because it's just a thing we do, is Command plus V. To trigger the application paste, which is a capital P, is Shift plus C, Shift plus Command plus V. So it's the exact same command as paste, but we've added the shift to it because it's not a lowercase paste, it's uppercase because that's the name of the app. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to grab the link from this program and paste it into the chat like it was no big deal. I'm going to use Command Shift plus V, and you'll notice this bar popped up at the bottom of my screen. This bar keeps track of everything that I've copied. You'll even see there's the text when we were talking about WisperFlow or other things that I've typed. In fact, I can go all the way back for over a month of anything that I've copied on any of my devices, and it keeps it there. So instead of a clipboard with one item, I've now got a clipboard with a month worth of items, allowing me to go all the way back to 23 days ago when I wrote this particular email or when I grabbed this particular Zoom link. But the best part about the Paste app is that you can create pin boards. And the pin boards allow you to organize links or whatever. You can organize anything you want to copy. And you'll see some of my pin boards. Here, all of the Zoom calls that I do on a regular basis they're all right here. My Friday class, my Saturday class, my team link. If I come over here, here are all of the YouTube videos that I've released for the iPhone, for the Mac, for the iPad, and for other miscellaneous tools. When somebody asks me for a link, I don't go hunting. I come into Paste and I copy it and paste it. To the extent that over here, I've got a pin board for all of my affiliate links. And inside of here, why, there's my WisperFlow link. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to just move over to this other window where I've got our chat, and I'm going to paste it right down. No muss, no fuss. I want you to think about how often you copy and paste the same things, how often you're hunting for that Zoom link, you're hunting for that particular piece of text, even if it's like directions to your house. You know that you've written up those directions 1,000 times. Maybe you're smart enough to put them in notes, but it's a pain in the butt to go get them. And for me, it's a single button click, Command Shift V, and I've got access to all my YouTube videos. I've got access to all of my links for people to schedule time with me. I've got access to my favorite ChatGPT prompts. I've got access for all the tools that new members need when they join my MacWhisperer Academy. Paste is a godsend. But again, we're just getting started. However, I do want a sip of my cup of coffee, so I'm going to hand it to Frank for just a second to share something else with us, and I'm going to sip my coffee while he does that.
That was awesome. I never knew about Paste. Honestly, as I see all those ChatGPT prompts in your Paste, I mean, I need that because I constantly typing the same prompts. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I want you to lock into your brain. What if you never had to type the same thing a second time?
Oh my God.
Ever. And one of the funny things is I have these long texts that I send when I'm on a Facebook chain or when a student asks me a question, everybody's got the same questions. So I've already written out, here's how you solve that problem with photos. Here's how you fix this issue with mail. Here's how you get a new computer set up. Here's what you blah, blah, blah. Somebody says to me, hey, I just got a new phone. I go, Command Shift V, copy, paste. I'm done. I've now given them everything they need. Don't type the same thing a second time. Remember that you're going to use it. Now, the way it works for me is the first time I do it, I don't know it's going to come up again. But the second time, I know it's going to come up a third time and a fourth and a fifth. You know, so as soon as you hit that second time with that prompt, Frank, and you and I are AI like wizards, I use 10 prompts every single time I GPT. There's 10 of them that I go in and I go, that one needs to go here, that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What do we got? What do we got for these people? We want to talk about our membership?
Yeah, let's talk about the YouTube membership. We're here on a Sunday. I see a lot of new people on, and maybe many of them don't know about what we do here on Thursdays every week, and these publics, and what else YouTube membership. I'll let you speak.
Awesome. Hey, friends. I really love working with you guys. I love meeting you. In the last couple of years, my YouTube membership has grown significantly. My YouTube subscribers have grown significantly, and it's brought me out to all sorts of new people. What I want to do is get out to even more people. I want to make sure that the tools that we're giving that help you, that save you time, that simplify technology, because let's be honest, technology can make you crazy. There's so many things happening. I mean, there's like 1,000 AI tools right now. And oh my God, it makes your head blow up. The YouTube membership is a way to support me to help support you. There are levels from 99 cents a month all the way up to $20 per month. The $20 per month is what we call our Mac Maximum, and there are perks along the way. We are currently on a Sunday. We are giving you a completely free, completely public YouTube live, but we do private lives for our members every Thursday. Any membership level from the 99 cents up will get you access to our Thursday lives, and we go deep on those Thursday lives. We teach tools on a way more specific way than we're going to do today. As you climb up to the higher levels, there are additional perks. At the $10 level, you will get a smart guide every single week that you can access right from the YouTube page. You can download them, you can save them. We'll talk a little bit more about smart guides in a few minutes if you haven't seen them. They are a super easy way to understand the lesson that we teach either on a live or on a YouTube video or within our classes. And we've got hundreds of them and more every week. At the $20 level, the Mac Maximum level, and coming back again, we have a new Mac Maximum member, Mojo Chopper, so glad to have you there. The Mac Maximums get full access to the entire Smart Guide library. I think we're at 160 and counting right now. As we head into next week, we're going to hear some news about Apple and what's coming towards the end of this year. Apple's major announcement is Monday, and we plan on reworking as many of our smart guides as quickly as possible so that by the time you get iOS 19 or iOS 26 or iOS 2024, whatever the heck they decide to call it, that we've got smart guides ready for you to learn how to use these tools. The $20 level unlocks that smart guide website, and any level, you'll get the little apple that you see to the right of people's names, allowing me to know that you're a member and respond more promptly if you put comments in our videos, and also just connect with you in a really personal way. So that's essentially the YouTube membership. This QR code will take you there. You can go directly to our page and join from our page. I absolutely love my members and intend on giving them more and more perks as we continue to grow. We're at, I believe, 135 members right now. I remember when we were excited to have 2. I believe Manny was number 2 or somewhere along that lines. Thank you, everyone who is a member. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me pitch membership when you're already in it. But understand the value you got, other people still need to get that. So thanks for giving us that time, and let's move back into things.
Well done.
Like well a pro, said. Right?
Yeah.
It's almost like I've been doing this for a while. I've been getting better and better at all of this. So that's one of my great goals in life, just to kind of bring you all to speed with what goes on in my head. Is better today than I was yesterday, and better tomorrow than I was today. And I work really hard on my technology, on my communication skills, on my everything that we're doing. I'm constantly working to better myself, and Frank has been an unbelievable assistant in that, in helping push and challenge me and bring me to bigger and bigger stages like this one. So,
Thanks.
as always, Frank, thanks
I
for
just
being
want
here.
no, it's my pleasure. I love being here. I was just going to say the members have really enhanced what we're doing. I wouldn't have guessed how much they bring to the table, the community and the communication that goes on in the chats while we're talking or we're presenting, and the ideas that they bring, because this is what they want out of what you're doing, and it's really added a tremendous value.
Yeah, it's one thing to watch it, to have somebody comment on a YouTube video and be like, "Hey, he sounds cool. He's got some interesting stuff." In some cases, I would have the same person comment on multiple videos. I'm like, "Oh, I feel like I know that person." No, I know my members. That's different. We're in relationship. We're talking, and I will be very clear. The way I do things on my computer has been improved by my members because they asked me to learn certain tools that they wanted a lesson on, and it became a tool that I suddenly started using. The idea of using the Books app to collect our smart guides, that was a member's idea. That was a brilliant idea. The idea to use numbers instead of Excel for the minimal spreadsheet work I do, that was a member. That was Manny. Manny and Mark were those two. So just to kind of call it out, like I'm not just giving lip service. We are in a relationship in a community where the members are affecting me and I'm affecting the members, and you have an opportunity to kick it up a notch and join that community. We all want someone to work with us on these tools, and this community is allowing us to do that. So, um, boy, didn't mean to go into that little rabbit hole, but I'm glad the members deserve it. Let's get into the next lesson here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you still on
Anybody ever
coffee?
take? I know I'm still on coffee. Well, it's earlier for me. Let's talk about Descript. Okay, so anybody ever try to edit a video or an audio file and wish there was an easier way to do it? I went to film school. Like, I am a film school graduate before the digital revolution, so I know how to actually physically develop rolls of film and cut them with little splicers and put tape together and make a movie without a computer. I know how to do it. It's just really annoying. It's really annoying to do that. I also know how to edit things. I've been editing for a long time. There's a lot of programs that I use, from Adobe Premiere all the way down to programs like ScreenFlow. But when Descript came out, it absolutely blew my mind. It is one of those tools that landed on my desk, and immediately I was like, well, that changes everything. I want to talk to you a little bit about what that means. We're going to start by creating a new project. And let me just explain before I jump into this what we're going to see, because it's going to be so magical. If I don't tell you, you're going to go, I didn't even realize that was possible. So here's the deal. I'm going to take a video file that I've got. In this case, Marion, you're going to get spotlit for a second because it's the shortest video I've got on my desktop. I've got a testimonial from Marion from our workshop yesterday. Welcome, Betty. Welcome to the Mac Medium level. Thrilled to have you here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting us. I'm going to start off by creating a new project here. Now, what's going to happen first is I'm going to take this video file and I'm going to drop it into this program. And it is going to create a full transcript of the video file in real time. And then I'm going to be able to edit the video by editing the transcript. Now, let me say that again because it doesn't make sense if you've never edited. Usually, you have to edit the video. And you've got to find where the words are that you want to cut. So if I'm editing a video and I'm like, oh, I said the word like, I don't want to say the word like. I have to go through the video and I find where my mouse starts to go, ugh, and then I have to find where that ends, and I have to cut that visually. But because Descript gives me a transcript, all I have to do is find the word like and delete it. Oh my God. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to grab Marion's video, which I believe is sitting right on my desktop. Should be easy enough to get. There it is right there. Drop that right in. Now I'm not going to fully edit Marion's video because it's just not the tool I want to do, but I want to show you how quickly it grabs this information. I'm going to tell it that the speaker is me and Marion. Technically, Marion's the speaker. And it's going to go ahead and it's going to drop this down and it's going to transcribe this entire thing. You can see on the left side, it's already transcribing it. 100% done. All of a sudden, we're going to get her words. They're going to show up here. Takes just a couple of, there we go. There's all of her words. But I'm not going to use hers to edit. I'm going to go back a step. I just wanted you to see how quickly it transcribed all of that. I'm going to go back to my projects and I'm going to go look at the raw file of the YouTube video that I released yesterday. This video yesterday is how to master the iPhone settings app. I have 30 power tips in there. If you have not seen it, when I am done with this conversation, Frank will drop a link to it in the chat. But I just, yes, Bill, I am that old. I am that old. I'm officially an old man. Funny. So here's what I'm going to do. As you can see, this is a very long 25-minute video of all of the things that I talked about inside of that. It's actually the wrong video, actually, now that I look at it, but that's okay. So on the left side here, I have this place where I can add chapters. Chapters are really, really helpful for YouTube videos. I can click a single button and I can say, look through this and figure out where the chapter markers are. And it goes, here they are. Oh, great. I have now created chapters for this. I can jump from one chapter to the next right here super, super simply. But that's not the best part. Here I am. We're going to put our cursor right here. Oh, I may not be sharing audio. Let me stop share and grab audio so that we've got it, Frank. Just so I don't
not a problem.
Not be able to hear what we're doing.
I'm going to put the link in the chat. People can watch it later.
Okay. All right. So we can see the screen, right? Hopefully we can see the screen.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cursor right here, and you're going to hear the words that it's saying on the transcript coming out of the video. So hopefully you'll be able to hear it. If not, I'm not going to make us crazy. I highly recommend turning on
You guys hear that?
Photos, Messages in the Cloud, Notes, and Safari. But if you're a heavy Apple user, you can turn on every single one of these settings and make sure that... Okay, you know what, Frank? That's way too wordy. I'm going to trim that down. I highly recommend turn it down. All right, so I'm just going to take this part here and I'm going to just delete everything until I get to you can turn on. Now, I'm going to show you, we're going to come before that part first. So here we are. It's going to say, important applications are synchronizing properly through the cloud. I highly recommend turning... Okay, so you see it goes properly through the cloud. I highly recommend. And I want you guys to see, let us get this off so we've got a little bit more room here. I'm just gonna make it so you can see what's happening on the video here. And I'm going to take this section here where it says, I highly recommend turning on and I'm just going to say right to there, you can turn on every single one of these. That's where we're gonna start. I highlight the words, I'm pressing the delete button. I've now edited this video properly through the cloud. You can turn on every single one of these. Do you see that? Do you see what just happened there?
So cool.
I'm going to go even one step better because that's already cool, right? Right? You can turn on every single... Now watch this. I'm going to take this part here and I'm going to click where it says regenerate because Descript has AI tools baked all the way through it. It's how it can grab words right out of a transcript and delete the part of the video. But it also can change the words that I say in my voice. Now I'm just going to have it say, hello, YouTube members. We'll give it a moment for it to generate that AI speech. It takes just a couple of seconds. Now, I can't tell you how often I've recorded a video with one wrong word in it, right? Frank, like one, I said left, but I meant right. That happens to me all the time because to me, it is left, but to you, it's right. So all the time I'm having to fix these little things. Imagine having to re-record an entire 45-minute long video to fix one word. Let's hear how it sounds. Now, remember, I put this in the middle of something, so it's going to sound a little weird. It's not going to be perfect. We're not trying to publish this, but you listen to it. Applications are synchronizing properly through the cloud. Single one of these... Oh, did it not get it? Why did it not get it? single. I don't know why it didn't get it, but it should have gotten it. I'll try that again. Hold on.
That's the first time. That's the first time I've seen it not pick up.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen it not do it either. We're going to just do it again because sometimes second time is the charm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do one other thing here. Let's come up here. Let's change it from this one to the other one that I've been using. That might help it. Now we'll just come in right here. Click regenerate. Use WisperFlow. Hello, YouTube members, exclamation point. We'll give it a moment to regenerate it. Hopefully this one will work. If it doesn't, we'll move on. We'll give it just a moment to get itself together. You can see that it's still grayed out, so it hasn't finished it yet. Now it's dark. Let's see how we do. Purchase can continue to be enjoyed by your loved ones. Hello, YouTube members, to keep an eye on. Do you hear it? Wasn't perfect. We're doing it rushed, but you can see and you can hear. Hello, YouTube members, to keep. By coming right into here, I can edit anything I want. So if I'm here and I'm like, you'll see a section right here that says see all plans. If I just want to say, you'll see all plans, delete it. You'll see all plans. This is a great way to, it is the single fastest, easiest way I've ever found in my life to edit. It works for video and audio files, and it's a great transcription tool as well. So if you do editing, but you also are constantly pulling down videos and things and wanting a transcription, you can drop them right in here. It can transcribe it perfectly. There's a ton of tools in here, including the ability to remove filler words. So if you say things regularly when you're talking, like, well, you know, I guess, I mean, you can see I don't have many of them because I'm pretty good at not bringing those words in, but you can delete all of those words in one click. So imagine the next time you've got to record something, having it sound like you did it perfectly and you rehearsed it perfectly when you really just shot a quick video. It's an amazing tool. It saves an amazing amount of time, and it allows me to take the YouTube videos that I get from my editors and give them one last polish to make sure all the words are correct and it says what I want it to say. So Frank, did we already drop that link in there?
Drop the link for the video.
Yeah. So if you would like to see the full YouTube video that this Descript editor was working on, that's the link that Frank just dropped in. It was dropped yesterday. It's doing well, but I love it when you guys just hit it a couple of times because we can spike it and help it get seen by more people.
Is it okay if I just add one more thing having to do with Descript? Because I've seen you do it with videos that you and I are on. You're a much more polished speaker than I am. I do a lot of ahs and ums. And I've seen you, or I've seen the end result of videos that we're on, and the ahs and ums are removed. And I remember you telling me, "Oh yeah, no, I just do that in Descript." Because at first I thought you were going in there and manually cutting them out and whatnot. I go, no, I use Descript.
No, yeah. I just come in here and I make sure it's set to remove any of these words. And there's the there's the there's the you know. Those are Frank's 3 favorites. He's gotten way better with the live broadcasts, but when I have him record something, I got to clean those up because it just, hello, friends, it's,
all right, take it easy.
Nice, Listen, you're awesome and you're great, but it's amazing that we have tools that make us better and easier and faster, right?
Sure. Yeah.
This simplifies the process of recording things, transcribing them, and editing them like no man's business, and I would be lost without it. Lost without it. Does it have the ability to remove all of the likes in most of today's videos? Sure, if you drop it down into here, it will remove the word like. As far as removing the likes and thumbs up, that's somebody else's problem. Awesome. Let's keep going here. So we've talked about Descript. We've talked about paste. We've talked about WisperFlow. I'm now going to talk about something called CleanShot. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my website here. Right here, I've got a website with a cool recipe for an apple pie that I'd like to try. Anyone who knows me knows there is 0 chance I'm going to save the link. I'm going to take this off the web page and either copy and paste it into notes or take a screenshot. I don't want to go to a website and look at all the junk and all the crap that's all around here. Now, we all have a built-in screenshot tool. The built-in screenshot tool is made by Apple, and it can be triggered by the following keyboard commands. Command plus Shift plus 3 will take your full screen, just like this. When it takes the full screen, oh, that guy should be off for a minute. Quit that so it's not in my way. When it takes the full-size screen like that, you will notice that it shows up a little preview in the bottom right corner that you can click on, you can edit, you can share, you can send. If you don't do anything, that little preview disappears after a couple of seconds. Cool. If you do Command plus Shift plus 4, you get crosshairs. The crosshairs allow you to select a specific part of the screen. Again, it puts a little preview in the lower right-hand corner, and if you don't do anything, it disappears. Usually takes about 5 to 10 seconds, and it just goes whoosh off to the side just like that. Hopefully you know where it saves them. With the built-in screenshot tool, you can also do Command plus Shift plus 5. This gives you all sorts of tools, including the ability to screen capture and screen record a video. This will tell you where it's going to go, how long it's going to stay there. You can choose whether you've got a timer so that you can wait on it. All of these tools are built into Apple's system, and they're fine. I'm not going to complain about them. They're fine. But I got a really specific problem here. You see, this video or this recipe is a scrolling recipe. See it? I keep scrolling. I gotta keep scrolling. Now, I'm gonna make it one step better by using a built-in Safari tool called Reader Mode. To do that, I'm gonna click on this little icon at the top of the address bar, and I'm gonna click where it says Show Reader. For clarity, not every website has a reader capability. It has to be available. You can't make it show reader if it wasn't set for it, but this one was set for it. So when I click Show Reader, now I have a lot less distraction. Doesn't it look like a good pie, Frank? I mean, look at that pie. Oh, it's homemade. Like I don't want to make it. I want Julie to make it, but I'm hungry just thinking about it. All right. So how am I going to capture this entire website? Well, you know, I could come in here and I could say file and I could export it as a PDF. Sure, I know that we can do that. But I want to talk about something completely different called CleanShot X. Now, the first thing I have to do, because I quit it a moment ago, is I got to reopen it. Normally it would be open on my computer. I've also got to turn it on so that it's doing its job properly. Give me 1 second. We're going to come down to the keyboard section here, and I'm going to turn off the default screenshot tool so it doesn't get in the way for CleanShot. Okay. Now, what I'm about to show you is one of the CleanShot tools. But as you'll see in a couple of moments, there's like 7 or 8 of them that are better than the built-in tool. But we're going to start with this one because it's kind of the most cool and impressive. We're going to start with the exact same keyboard shortcut, Command plus Shift plus 5 for our full tools. And that's going to allow me to take this section of the screen and put it right over where it needs to capture. Now, there's this button that says scrolling. I'm going to click scrolling here. Okay, you're going to make it. Got to do it. This is because I turned it off earlier. I'm going to click Start Capture, and I'm going to click Auto Scroll. See on the right side what it's doing? It's scrolling across this entire document and capturing all of it. I don't even have to use my hands. I'll let it get the entire thing all the way down. Look at how big that screenshot is. A huge screenshot, Frank. It needs all the pieces. How do we bake it? What's the tips? How do we store it? Blah, blah, blah. Here's the instructions. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to just say done. And now it saves right here the entire screenshot. So the ability to capture a scrolling screenshot is one of the CleanShot tools. But you should notice the second one. Instead of that screenshot preview going on the right side and disappearing, it's on the left side. Now, the exciting thing is not that it's on the left side, because left, right, who cares? The exciting thing is it's not going anywhere, ever. until I tell it what to do, which means that I can now come in, because y'all know that I'm going to take some other screenshots to make a nice notes recipe card, and I'm going to need the done finished pie. So I'm going to do Command-Shift-4 to create crosshairs, and we're going to just grab that section there, and I'm going to let go of it. Notice what happened on the left? Yeah, that's right. It just stayed there. Let's go grab another image. This time, let's grab the one with the apples and the ice cream, and oh, so good looking. Command-Shift-4, grab this little screen here, release it, and all three of these are saved on the side. They're not going anywhere, they're waiting for me. From here, I can click on the pen on any one of them in order to annotate it. So let's do that. I'm going to click on the pen. It's going to open up this big ass screenshot, and it's going to allow me to come and grab, I'm going to grab the arrow up here, and I'm just going to point like, oh, so good. So good. Let's get a little text box here. So good. Right there, just like that. We'll put a nice little circle around it so that nobody can miss what we're trying. It's so good, right, Frank? It's so easy. So you have that ability to completely annotate it. But that's not the only tool. You see down at the bottom where it says drag me. Well, one of the things that happens with screenshots is people aren't really sure how to move them around and manage them. And so they tend to have problems when they go to grab a screenshot. Now, I'm going to put this text message chain to Frank here, and I'm going to come to where it says drag me. I'm not even going to move the other screen out of the way. I'm going to click the drag me button right here. And let me drag you. I missed it. That was my fault. Oh, come on. I got it here. I'm just going to drop it right into our chain, click send, and I have now sent off that screenshot right to Frank, easy, simply. And don't forget, the other two are still right here. They're waiting for me. In addition to being able to annotate them, I can also copy them, because sometimes I don't need that screenshot. I just need to take a picture and give it to somebody. In this case, I want Frank to be jealous of the fact that Julie's going to cook this pie for me today. I'm going to click the copy button. I'm going to go back to messages, and I'm just going to hit paste. Power tip. Notice that inside of my, you can't see it because the other one's in the way. I'm going to close that for a second. Inside of paste, there's that perfect picture ready for me to come back to at any point. So in addition to those two, because those tools by themselves are great, the fact that it keeps the preview, the fact that it stacks multiple previews, the fact that it allows annotation easier and you can just grab and drag things is amazing. But the kicker to all of it is it keeps track of them. So if I now realize, oh my God, I closed that one that was of the finished product, Frank, I'm going to have to go screenshot it again. I don't want to do that. That sounds annoying, right, Frank? Sounds annoying to me. I'm going to click on CleanShot here on my menu bar, and I'm going to come down to where it says Capture History, and it's going to go, which one do you want? This one? I'm going to say, yeah, I want that one. And it's going to bring it right back down for me so that I can annotate it, copy it, save it, pin it, send it to the cloud, or close it. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and annotate it. And we're going to use WisperFlow. Don't be jealous, Frank. Laura will make you one too if you ask really nice! Exclamation point. Right? So what we're talking about here, and I just want you guys to be clear, when you start to use the right tools, they stack on each other, allowing you to do more faster. Because WisperFlow is here ready for me, I don't have to type. Because CleanShot X is here saving screenshots, I don't have to worry about where my screenshots go. Even if I forget them, even if like a week later I've got to go back to them, I've got a capture history going for more than a week. If I want to copy something, I've got it ready. I've got it ready to go. And when I want to put all these pieces together and make a video of them, drop it into Descript, make your life easy. Now, there are, Bill, it's very similar to Snagit. Bill says this is similar to a tool he used in the past called Snag. There are 85 different screenshot capturing tools. Snagit is one of them. There was one called Sketch that got bought by Evernote and left on a vine to die. Unfortunately, Sketch was great. It was a really cool program. But this program is top notch. I believe it's $30 as a one-time standalone price, Or, as we're going to talk about next, you can get as a part of your SetApp subscription. Okay, so here we've got all this stuff here. Frank, I am going to go ahead and just drag this and drop it right into our chain here. Seriously, have Laura make you that pie. Come on, it looks so good. Looks so good.
Awesome.
Okay, all right. Look, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to pause for a second. We're going to come back. I'm going to talk about this tool that I use called SetApp. And SetApp is a application subscription service where you pay one subscription for hundreds of apps. We'll talk about that more in a moment. Frank, I think it's time for a smart guide.
Yeah. Originally, we weren't going to have one prepared, but I thought it might be fun to grab a past application that you were talking about called RoboForm, having to do with passwords. So we wanted to make that available for everybody today. Here we go. RoboForm. This is our smart guide download for everybody. This is our gift to you. You can use that QR code. You can also use that short URL. This one's quite extensive. I love RoboForm. It's one of the favorite applications that you turn me on to, Dylan, where I go on any website now and the little icon, little green robot shows up. I click that little icon and immediately fills in my username and password. Application that opens right up. I no longer have to go to any sort of password stored or anything like that, any other note, or they used to have it on a notepad, all my username and passwords. Anyway, this is a terrific smart guide for people to walk them through how to use this. Actually, do we have a link for RoboForm? We must.
We do, and guess where I have it?
You have it in your paste.
I got it in paste.
Nice.
No problem. You want a RoboForm link? I got your RoboForm link. I'll get it before you can even paste the link of the smart guide in. How's that?
I believe you.
I beat him. Did you see me, guys? I win. I win. Listen, if anybody thinks that I'm different when I'm not on live broadcast, you're wrong. This is me. You get me unfiltered. I just am having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, what am I doing here?
No question. So, yeah, that's our smart guide download for everybody today. We initially weren't... we were just going to get on here and talk about these apps that you're talking about, but I know people come here and they enjoy the smart guide, so let's give them one. In fact, let me get that link for everybody to download it.
I'm going to answer a couple of brief questions that I see here. I've seen a handful of questions come up. I'm not able to read as the questions come in, but while Frank's talking, I'm scanning. So I wanted to respond to Neil, not our Neil, just Neil, who says he used the iCloud link to copy the class link to his iPhone without having to exit the YouTube broadcast. Will the Paste app do that? Oh yeah, but like 1,000 times better, and it'll save that link for weeks, whereas the iCloud link is great as long as you don't copy anything else, right? You may want to get back to it later. You may want to copy the other affiliate link that I gave you, Neil, but if you do, you're going to lose the first one. Paste is Clipboard Manager on steroids with history. It synchronizes across all of your devices, so your iPhone, your iPad, and your computer can all share the same pin boards, which, and as of this week, they even made pin boards collaborative, which means at some point I will share my affiliate pin board with Frank so that when we're on calls like this, he's got the links. And so it is a very powerful tool. It is way better than what iCloud does. But yes, it does everything that iCloud does. And 1,000 other things. Same with the screenshot tool. Look what Apple designed, a very good screenshot tool. CleanShot X is just better. It's just better. Apple has some great tools, but that doesn't mean it stops there. Which brings me up to another one of these, I call them my my MacWhisperer points. One of my MacWhisperer points is keep improving. Always keep improving. There is no perfect. You're never going to build the perfect system, the perfect app, the perfect tool. There's always going to be something that can make it a little bit better. So don't close your eyes and think, well, my system of copying and using iCloud Link is the best that will ever be in existence the entire history of the world. Always a better tool. And that goes for you, Neil, or anybody else on this chain. Charmaine saying, I use those shortcuts so much it's embarrassing the number of screenshots I have. Stay tuned for a second, Charmaine. I'm going to tell you about a tool that's going to make you go, that exists? Holy cow, that's so cool. It's a really cool tool. Bill says if only we had the Star Trek replicator so that we could have it generate those pictures into the actual pie. Listen, it's going to happen so much faster than you think. 3D printing using food elements will be a reality, not just in our lifetime. In the next 5 to 10 years, we will be able to print food. Imagine what that's going to do. And will it taste good? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Lots of cool tools here. Frank, we got some other stuff to bring in. I don't want us to run out of time. Do we want to drop the recommendation list here? And then hopefully people can hang on, because I do have one other really big piece that's going to push us over the hour.
I can't believe it's almost an hour already. Yeah, we also have Dylan recommendations.
So let me explain what this sheet is. This is something you guys are going to want to hit. Everything we talked about, all of the tools that we talked about, and like 30 we didn't talk about, are all on this sheet. This is my list of my favorite tools, my favorite recommendations. It includes hardware tools. For clarity, there are affiliate links on this page, which means if you choose to click some of those links, I may get a kickback on those purchases, but I want you to understand there is not one single item on this sheet that I wouldn't recommend anyways. These are the tools that I use. And my hope is that this kind of a live broadcast where I talk about my favorite tools is something we do on a regular basis, because I discover new tools every week. I'm constantly improving my setup. So if you want all the information, all the affiliate links, all of the things we're going to be talking about in the next couple of minutes, go ahead and grab that and take care of it.
Jam-packed today.
Jam-packed today, jam-packed. And I'm not leaving at the 1 o'clock. I don't care. I'm going to hang out for as long as it takes to finish what I want to talk about. But I know some people are going to have to leave, so I want to make sure you have the recommendations. I will encourage you to hang out, because we are going to also bring up that declutter workshop in a few minutes, but I want to talk about this last piece first. We ready to shift, Frank?
Yeah, going back to the computer.
Yep.
There's that pie.
Get this pie off there, because honestly, it's just going to make me hungry.
Laura's out,
getting all the stuff out of my way.
Laura's out, so I might have to run around the corner to the farm and pick up a fresh apple pie.
You live where there are farms? Damn.
Yeah, I'm out in the boonies in New Jersey, the horse country.
All right, so here is the next tool. You heard me talk about Paste and CleanShot. Both of those tools are tools that can be purchased as a standalone app, but they're also part of something called SetApp. SetApp is a subscription that I swear by. I swear by it. I have found so many tools here. And if you're like me and you're constantly looking for ways to improve what you're doing, there are smarter people than any of us that have built tools that do exactly what you want them to do. And for Charmaine, I'm going to talk about one in just a second, but I want you to understand SetApp is a single monthly subscription that gives you access to hundreds and hundreds of applications. And if we look across these hundreds, you're going to find some of the ones I use all the time, like CleanShot X or Paste. I use Busy Contacts for my address book. I use BusyCal for my calendar. I use Clean My Mac to get rid of big files and to make my Mac run well. I use Downy to download YouTube videos. I use Typing Mind to create my YouTube descriptions. I use Permute to transfer things from one format to another in video or in audio. And as you can see, these are the tools on my computer. There's a ton of them that I use. Gemini is great for finding duplicates. But for Charmaine, the one I want to talk about for just a second is called Keep It Shot. And Keep It Shot is made for screenshots. If you have a pile of screenshots on your desktop, and Charmaine, you and I should have a conversation about why you're doing that. Because to me, people take screenshots and then they just leave them in a pile, and that doesn't really do you any good. It's just transferring the workload from the website over to your desktop. But we'll talk about that. What I like about Keep It Shot is if you point it to a bunch of screenshots, it will automatically name them for you based on what's in the image. So it would take that apple pie screenshot and be like, here's an amazing apple pie. It will automatically rename them for you using artificial intelligence basing on what it's seeing, and it's simple. And you can do it with 100 of them. So if you've got a stack of screenshots and you're like, man, I'm never going to be able to look through them and see where the important things are. If you were on SetApp, you could grab this program, Keep It Shot, you could run it, point it to that folder, and it would name them all for you. Think about how much time that's going to save you, Charmaine, when you go looking for the apple pie screenshot, because right now it's just called screenshot 121222. And it's sitting in a pile of 300 of them. So doing this can make it searchable, findable, it'll rename it, and it'll help you gain control over all of the screenshots that you're grabbing. I told you it was going to, did I lie, Charmaine? Did I tell you that was going to be a mind blower? Like that app for me, when I came across, I was like, wow. And so people will say to me, if I could buy each of the ones that I use regularly as a standalone price, some of them are even a one-time price, why am I paying for SetApp? Why am I paying $10 a month? And the answer is because when a problem happens, and problems happen to me all the time, and I go, oh, I need a way to name screenshots. It's going to go, hey, here's this app called Keep It Shot. Oh, you know what? I need a way to do an iPhone mockup. Oh, here's a program that does mockups for iPhones right here. Let's make it simple for you. You know what? I need to measure something on my screen. It would be helpful. I should be using WisperFlow, Frank. Oh, you can measure anything on your screen. There are hundreds and hundreds of solutions waiting for your problem to come in and get solved. And if I was only paying for the apps that I needed, I would have overlooked the other 30 apps that save me time. Things like making your trackpad work better, colorizing old photos. AirBuddy is one of my favorite. This should have been, I should have talked about it today. This is the way I manage my AirPods across all of my devices. It manages all Bluetooth devices. It's phenomenal. This program here will help you find a specific font when you tell it what kind of document you're creating. It's got all sorts of tools. And we could literally, Frank, you and I could spend an hour just talking about these apps. But the crazy part is, tomorrow, when I have a new problem, I'm going to come in here and find 5 other apps that we haven't even talked about. SetApp is an investment for me, not in the apps that I'm using today, but in the problems I'm going to have tomorrow that I'm going to need a new solution for. And they have tons and tons of solutions. So for anybody who wants it, yes, I'm going to use paste, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to drop my SetApp affiliate link right there. I strongly recommend it. I talk to all my clients about it. There are, without any question, 5 apps on here that will save you an hour a week, probably an hour each per week. So think about that and think about how you work with the tools in your life. Do you keep the same screwdriver forever? You only have one screwdriver? Or are you constantly looking for the next tool to elevate what you're doing, to make it easier to solve problems and fix things? Tools are meant to stack and connect. And for me, SetApp is my toolbox. It's not just another subscription. It's where I find tools I didn't know that I needed and give me guidance. It's where CleanShot came from. It's where Paste came from. It's where Keep It Shot came from. And if you look at the recommendations list that we shared a few minutes ago, you will find, I believe there's a list of 20 of my favorite SetApp applications on there. So here's where we kind of start to wrap things up on this conversation. Your technology can either eat your time or create time. It's up to you. You can spend all weekend flipping through Instagram videos and feel really productive. Or you could write a script, write a novel. You could create a whole website. You could change your entire business today if you knew how to use your technology to do it. And I know that many of you may be older, maybe retired, maybe looking for other things to do rather than running a business. Great. There are tools here that will make it simple for you to do any of those things if you find the right tool for your project. And the last thing I'm going to say about this, we're going to come back. I want to have that the QR code for the workshop. I have invested more than 25 years of my life to perfecting systems that will never, ever be perfect. But they're way better than the systems you haven't put any time on. And ask Marion. Ask Marion, because in the first 15 minutes of our session yesterday, I gave her 3 distinct tools, each of which saved 20 minutes per step each time she does them. Is that worth an hour of your time to save an hour every day, every week? I would hope so. So keep in mind, we're not even scratching the surface of the surface yet. There are so many apps and tools and ways to make your Mac work better, and I'm here to guide you through all of them. And the single best way you can get into this game is to join us at our workshop for the next Father's Day, for next weekend for Father's Day. Frank, go ahead and pull up that QR code for us, please.
Just wanted to answer people's questions around the delay having to do with the post today, or the URLs. Usually I'm the one who's always putting the URLs out there. Dylan's posting them, which is the reason there's a little difference in what's happening today in the chats, just so everybody realizes. Here's our declutter coming up Friday. Can't believe it's only a couple of days away. I'm looking forward to inbox 0.
Think about it. Think about, watch yourself this week. If you can open up your email and be done with that project in less than 20 minutes, I want to hear about it. Because my assumption is that anytime any person goes to email for anything, 20 minutes are lost. What do I mean by that? Hey, can we check on that showtime for next week? I have an email that's talking about the showtime. All I want to know is what time it is. 20 minutes are gone. Hey, did that thing get delivered? All I want to know is, did it get delivered? 20 minutes are gone. Hey, I got to find that Zoom link to get on the meeting with Frank. 20 minutes are gone. I believe that you are losing hours and hours and hours per week because of the mess, the clutter, the disorganization, and the lack of attention your inbox has gotten for 40 years. For 40 years, you've been letting that crap gather up. If you've got 5,000 messages in your inbox, it's a mess. If you've got 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 80,000, 100,000, how about 240,000 messages in the inbox? I met that client this week. Just imagine how much you're missing and how much time it takes to find the things you need. I have 10 email addresses. I have less than 100 messages in my inbox. Not 100 unread, 100 total. Why? Because I put the time, energy, and effort into making it easy for me to get things done so that when I need something, I don't have to hunt, I don't have to search, and you don't have to lose 20 minutes digging through email for that thing that should have been put in your calendar, in paste, in notes, on your desktop, in a screenshot. There's better tools than email. It was never meant for the storage system you're using it for. And these 3 days are going to break you of that 40-year habit of mismanaging your email. And you are going to thank me for the rest of your life when you can get in and out of email in less than 5 minutes and you are not dodging hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of old junk messages that shouldn't have been saved in the first place. That's what we've got. 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right over Father's Day weekend. If you can't make it, register, but you're going to want to make it because each day is going to stack on the prior day. And I promise you, at the end of this, you're going to be like some of my clients who have sent me testimonials going, oh my God, I'm not afraid of email anymore. Oh my God, I can get things done. You'll never believe what I found in my email because I didn't have to dodge all the junk. It's time. You spend enough time making the mess. Let's commit to a couple of hours to solving it. Frank, anything else you'd like to deliver before we call it for today?
No, I learned so much today, as usual. I'm looking forward to next weekend. The Inbox Zero workshop's going to be a blast. As we mentioned earlier, we've got a ton of giveaways, and each day builds on the next. register because you can watch the replays even if you're not there live. You said it all. I'm just looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm excited for everyone who just found out about us today, who this is the first time you've hung out with us. If so, come back, check out more of our live videos. Consider being becoming a member. We'd love to have you in our community. For those returning members, Marion, Manny, Shirley, Everett, Audrey, Lorna, who else do I got here? We had Neil, or Neil, but Neil. We had Charmaine was here today. Mark Siegel, welcome Mark. Mark and I have known each other forever. Like in real life, known each other forever. Bill, thank you for being here. David, always a pleasure to have. David is one of the smartest people with Mac stuff that I know. He's way up in the upper levels. He knows mostly what I do. He still comes in because he's going to learn these little tips. Thank you for being here, David. Thank you, everybody, for showing up for this nice little impromptu. And of course, thank you, Frank. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time and hanging out with me. I know I did a lot of the talking, but you did a lot of the behind the scenes, keeping things running. I could not do what we're doing without Frank. We are a team here, and we want you on our team. Come join us.
Join us.
See you next weekend.
Have a good one, everybody.